Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and you join me here overlooking the magnificent hub in our Island Hub series here in Transport Fever 2 of Ajaxima Maxima. And we're looking at a problem we spotted at the very end of the last episode where I added these new rather capacious, only 70 people actually per train, to the Ajaxima to Fukushima line. Yet the train is now too long for the platform, so there's a penalty for the loading time on that. In fact, how long are those trains? 100 metres. I think that is only 2 lengths of platform we've got there, because it is a split platform which it shares with the Dien Phu line. How long are you actually? 77 metres, and you carry, how many people do you carry? 92? How can you carry more passengers and be smaller? Obviously you've got more densely populated carriages on there. So you are the Kohar 6500. You're only going at 43 though. Is that an issue? Oops, where the heck have I gone? There you go. So if we go to the Fukushima line and get this train up. Yeah, you're the Putilov, and you go 50 miles an hour. Okay, let's have a look at those then, shall we? Let's see, can we edit both these trains? So the passenger wagons. Oh yeah, these Kohars, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, these are from a Japanese mod. In fact, it says, yeah, 2 axles bogie coach in Japan. Yeah, so yeah, my ability to pronounce European names and terms is limited. I imagine it's even more limited when we come to Japan or other Asian languages. Yeah, if you're only going 43 miles an hour, we've got you though at 59. How much? You carry 23. Yeah, the Putilov carries only 14. You see, at 50. Oh, we could actually put you. We could put you on the Fukushima line. You go 62. You're a bit too fast though. But no, I think, to be honest, we'll live with what it is at the moment, the train consist. And what we'll do is we will rebuild, or expand rather. We're not going to rebuild it. We're going to expand Ajaxima station here. So I just need to get both these trains out of the way. And we're going to make this side of the platform, this side of the station, that much longer. And also I've got something else in mind, because looking at this, our current bus routes around Ajaxima, which makes a fair amount of money. You see, local buses can make money. We are kind of missing out on a part of the town which is up here, and you are kind of covered. But it is, I think, better if you can have stops closer to people, so they are they're encouraged more to actually use those bus stops rather than walk to wherever it is they want to go to. So I want to rearrange this a little bit. And looking towards the future, I have a suspicion that this series of road, these level crossings will cause us huge problems in the future with congestion and so on. So what I want to do, in fact, is extend the station and also take this road underground. We've got a bridge over the lines there. I think underground here will work just as well. We could make it a bridge, but I'm not going to. It does mean though spending a lot of money, which is okay actually, because looking at my bank balance, I have over 2.5 million in the bank at the moment, and I have been able, because we are so profitable, it is getting kind of easy now almost to make money. We are down to 17 million in loan, and I can take a maximum of 30. So I've got, what's that? 13 million I can take out in loan if I need to. So I think we should be quite comfortable to do all this, plus one or two other things I have in mind for this episode. So let's get cracking. We're going to extend this end of the station, not by much, but we're going to have to rearrange some of these switches and so on. And rebuild this road, which is going to be a bit expensive. So let's crack on with that. I'm going to stop talking now for a moment or two, hand you over to the soundtrack and the speed build section, and I will rejoin you again in hopefully just a couple of minutes' time. there I think we are okay. Yeah, it took a little bit longer than I hoped to create that little tunnel, and I have a suspicion I kind of, I don't know, it looks a little bit odd because I have a feeling when I was putting that tunnel down, I changed my minimum tunnel depth unexpectedly. So it's a little bit closer to the surface than it should be, but we got there in the end. Although it did cost me a fair amount of money in terms of deleted or demolished buildings. But that should enable my buses now, including a couple of new stops up here and a new stop right by the station, to get around more easily with less conflict with the trains, which will be nice. And that platform should now fit very nicely. Any Fukushima trains that might be coming down this way? Are you one? No, you're coming from Baghdad. You're quite a slow train anyway, aren't you? That's fine. Oh, we're doing so well. We're making loads of money. Get some of that back. So that was one thing I wanted to do. Also, I was looking at, just a sort of trivial update in a sense, where the heck is Jakarta? There you are. We've got this small passenger train carrying only 46 coming from Jakarta, and it is currently, it's left 28 behind already, you see. And in Ajaxpost, how many have we got waiting for Jakarta? 29. I think we need another wagon on there, don't you? I think we do. So you're one of those Kohar ones, are you? Yes, indeed you are. That's Kohar 6500 with a knuckle coupler. Can we add one of you? Yeah, we'll add you on there. So with any luck, that is the only train on that line, I think, isn't it? That will carry on making money. What else are we looking at doing here? I was thinking, actually, of adding some fast trains onto the Dien Bien Phu line coming into Ajaxpost. We've got these two trains here, which I think only go at 43 miles an hour. Although they carry, as we saw earlier, now that's good. Kiev now accepts, or Kyiv rather, now accepts Conmat. Good. So what I was thinking was we might upgrade these to go faster, but I have a feeling, to be honest, they're okay for the moment. I've got other expansive plans, actually. Because something else we've got up here by Dien Bien Phu is this Conmat plant, which was one of our first industries we constructed. It's getting stone from our quarry over here, which is sending out half of what it mines. And our Conmat plant here is barely sort of ticking over, really. It's not even sending out 200. 139? Yeah, because it's only serving Dien Bien Phu. Now, we do have another Conmat plant out in Fukushima, which is sending Conmat to Fukushima itself. It's keeping up reasonably well with that. And also down here to Ajaxpost, which again is getting a good proportion of what it needs. So what I was thinking was make more use of this quarry, more use of this Conmat plant, but who wants bricks? The trouble is nobody at this end of the map apart from towns we've already supplied. But we've got Izmir, which isn't part of our network yet, but that will be. And I was looking then, we've got Chengdu down here, which is quite a long way away. But to be honest, we could do that, I think. But now that Kiev also wants, or Kyiv now wants Conmat, not much though. Chengdu obviously is the better one to go for. So what we're looking at doing is creating a brand new cargo route coming down here from the Dien Bien Phu Conmat plant. Do we want to actually go straight through? We probably do actually want to go straight through this this station here, because at the moment we've got, coming from here, we've got the Planks Exchange, which are bringing back tools from a sawmill all the way over there, with the logs coming from the other side of that water, and the Turpan route, which is taking grain and those tools into Ajaxpost. We've got one train on there at the moment, actually. Gosh, how big is that train? That has got quite a capacity on it, hasn't it? So we could put another one on there. It's making a fair amount of money. I'm wondering if it might be more efficient to actually have a train going straight through there. The only issue we've got here, obviously, is we are fairly tight for space. But then I was thinking we could have the Turpan train coming up here, connecting into a bay platform here. Let's go back to that train. How big is that train? And you are 127. So that's, we're going to need to add another length of platform here. So let's start configuring that, shall we? No, don't do that. Configure this. So if we add tracks, that's you. We're already there. So that's 1, 2. Oh, it's 3 already, is it? That gives me 120, doesn't it? What we're going to do, actually no, I'll do this in normal speed, and then we'll build the big line in speed build. So that train isn't anywhere close, so we're okay to fiddle with our lines here. Let's get rid of all this. We need to take it back a fair amount of space. Not quite sure why. Yeah, it's an odd crossover there, but there you go. Actually, let's take it back even further. Okay, and we're on some track. That be track. It's not electrified. And if I draw you, actually no, let's draw you down from here. I'll have that on, so it should put a second track in here alongside this on the left, he said, hopefully, if I remember how this particular mod works. So that goes in there. Well, that's a nice 75 miles an hour. Yes. Okay, so that track's not going anywhere. It terminates at the platform. That's good. But we'll need you to go across there, like so. And we can then change that to go to... Actually, I can do it here, can't I? I can configure that to go to terminal number 1. And that works fine. Good. A little bit of signalling. One-way signals, yes. Where's the crossover? Where's the switch? There you are. So I'll put you there. And just the other side of that switch. Put one there. I'll put another one on the bend. Because we're actually going to have... Oh, this train's going to go right through the middle, isn't it? That's what I'm planning to do. So what I'm planning is having tracks coming out of here like so. Yeah. If I do that to... it's the trouble is, it's click to connect to that track there, which I don't want it to do. If I hold the shift key down, will it... Actually, if I do that, and then do... Go on, you know you want to connect. Oh, I've got a switch there. That's what's... Aha! Right. That could work. Okay, so we'll do that. We don't actually need that bit of track there anymore. So we could have 2 tracks going in here. Like so. So that our train coming down from Dien Phu can pass straight through the station and not interrupt anybody. It'll actually be going past a platform. But that I may use for other purposes. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to create a brand new cargo route coming down from Dien Phu quarry, Conmat plant here, and going straight through into our big hub here. Oh shit, do I have any spare platforms? Oh yeah, platform 8 by the look of it is spare, so it could come in there. A little realignment of lines and we'll be fine. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I could add it at the top here, actually. Do I want to? I might do that. We shall see. Right, I'm going to stop talking now. Hand over to the speed build and the soundtrack, and I'll rejoin you again in another couple of minutes after I built this brand new cargo route. So that's that first part of this line done. We're getting commat. Well, we're not put a train on there anyway. We should be able to get commat down from that brickworks up there, going straight through the Turpan Farm mini hub kind of thing. There you are. Just using a single line straight through. I mean, I could actually expand this platform, this station, I think, to have a dual line, 2 lines passing through the centre. But we'll leave it like that at the moment, just because it's fun. And that goes through and goes onto a new platform up here. Now, what it's just occurred to me is having this train coming down here is it could take food back from the Epic MMX back up to the exchange here, as it's called, because Dien Bien Phu actually does require some food. Not a lot, obviously, but some, and that will help it grow, presumably. But really, if I'm going to get commat down here to Ajaxima from Dien Bien Phu, we need to have somewhere for it to go. Some of it could go into Ajaxima. There's a little bit of scope there for that demand. But really, we want it to come down to Chengdu. Where the heck is Chengdu? There. Yeah, I mean, as we've seen, there is a small demand in Kyiv, but that won't keep anybody in business. So the next thing is to build another freight line coming down into Chengdu, coming out of our hub here. This is going to be a slightly more awkward one, I think, although we do have this line coming to Manila, which we could cut off early here, but we are cutting across at least one, just that one passenger line into Manila. I think we should be all right, though. This line here is just used for depot transfers, but seeing as we've now got our depots rearranged up here by the freight hub, I don't think we're going to need that line through. If that gets in the way of laying new track, then I'll simply remove it. So what are we looking at here? We need a new train station down in Chengdu to deliver freight. So where is the oh, that's very handy, right here at this end of town. Oh, that makes life very easy indeed. Just plug a station in there and we are done. I might make this one a 2 platform one, just in case we have 2 trains coming in sending stuff in. Do I actually want it? It requires goods. Are we producing goods anywhere? I don't know. I really don't know. If I put this station down here, it does also connect with the presumably that's the commercial centre, isn't it? There. Whereas up here, yeah, okay, let's put it, if I put it there, no, spin it around that way, or in the middle of a building here. Just the one building, get rid of one. That will do, I think. And it could do with being a little bit more on an angle, but we'll live with that, I think. So if I put you there, that's good. And all I need to do is find a way to get it up there. Pass. Okay, right, let's lay some track. I'll get rid of this bit of road so I can do my parallel track laying thing without too much problem. Because as we've seen before, it doesn't lay track, doesn't lay the second track if it's got to go through some other object like a mountain, like in a tunnel or a bridge or a crossroads. Okay, so if we go up here, that's fine, I think. And that is the left hand side, isn't it? So we're going to go. Ooh. We could go. Could we go? We've got a fairly good speed there, so we'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to do this in speed build again, so I will hand over to another section of soundtracky music stuff, and I'll rejoin you again in a couple of minutes time when we're ready to put all this into action. So we have some new track. It's a very long way actually, isn't it? From the Ajaxpost freight hub all the way down to Chengdu. But if we can get enough conmat, enough bricks going down there, it should then, therefore, be very profitable. So what colour line shall we use? We haven't got any yellow lines, have we? I mean, yellow isn't really combat colour, is it? But we've got a number of sort of orangey lines. Another red line could do that. Okay, coming out of there and going, if I can find it again, Surat all the way down to Chengdu. Wow, you found that very easy. And it's double tracking, obviously, because I've got my signals and my switches in the right place. And is it going into that spare platform 3? It is indeed. That is excellent. Now this is not going to need trucks within the town of Chengdu to deliver the combat, so we're going to call our route directly Chengdu combat delivery, because that should do the trick. Okay, so it looks like we have got a now fully functional line going down there. Okay, and indeed all the way from the combat plant at Dien Phu. So we're going to need some trains, and we're going to need, I'll probably get trains on both lines from the same depot, but we won't do that. So we're going to need a train from to get the combat down from Dien Phu. We haven't got anything diesel or electric yet, despite the fact we do have catenaries for our tracks. And okay, 43. It's not that far, but it is a reasonable distance to Dien Phu from here to that quarry, to the combat. I keep calling it a quarry, and it's not a quarry at all. It's the combat plant. Now you guys are very powerful, which means you're expensive to run. But yeah, the fast train isn't quite as powerful. It's faster and cheaper. Okay, I think we're going to use this one. We're going to use the 50-mile-an-hour one. Okay, so we're going to take one of you. We want some conmat, and actually, if it can take food back as well to Dien Phu, I'm not going to configure it to do that, but we shall see if it can. In fact, if I just go here, so we're bringing combat back, or bring combat down. Now that can't carry food, nor can that. No, okay. Apart from the NAFI, which actually goes at 50 as well, you can only carry 8. Maybe if we put some food wagons on there. Okay, so how many of these do we want? We'll take... Well, I'm going to need a lot more money actually. Let's take something out. We'll take 10 million out, add that. Let's go back to buying our vehicle. It's going to cost 7 million just for that. Okay, and perhaps a couple of box cars for food, just in case. There we are. Food. There you go. It's going to be these box cars. I want you to travel at 50. If you can, please. You do. You carry. Okay, you carry tools as well. Interesting. Okay, we'll stick you on there. Just a couple of those. See if that helps. We can always add another train or make this one larger. So we'll buy that, and you are going to go on the combat bulk. That is the line, isn't it? Yes. That is, isn't it? Yes, I've got that right. That's good. Okay, and we're going to want another train then. Bring that. We'll keep that train in view. We want another train. And we'll actually go for the fast one, I think. It's not as powerful, but we want it to get there quickly. And you're going to be carrying the combat all the way down to Chengdu. Again, if I just change this to combat. But to be honest, we don't actually have wagons that go that fast. They only go 50, don't they? Okay, well, we'll deal with that. Oh, man. Okay, if I take one away... No, I still need more money. Gosh, these trains are expensive. Wow, and that's my whole 30 million. I've taken that back out in loan already. Yikes. And... oh, and we've just run over the payment period. So all my payments, my costs have been taken out. So I've just lost a chunk of money. Come on, give me money. Let's have some money. Money should be coming in quite quickly. Right, I can afford... Right, can I put another one on there? And another one? No. Okay, I may make this train bigger. So you're going there, and you are going on the Chengdu combat delivery. Excellent. And what I'll do actually is I'll just edit these... No, I want the train. I'll just edit these lines to make them wait till full at their appropriate points. Right, how's our train doing? It's going up there. It's rushing straight through Turpan. Let's pay back some of this loan. Yeah. Oh, are you coming back? 16 tools. I'm feeling that line could do with improvement. Yeah, there's rate issues there, I think, isn't there? They will deal with those in due course, perhaps, or I might just leave it like it is, like I often do, I'm afraid. Now, actually, putting this extra demand into the combat plant, we're going to need to improve our quarry delivery. So we'll manage the vehicles on here. Now, you are... What are you? You are the Rigi, or Rigi, whatever. Can we replace you with anything? Actually, you're a small dock. Yeah, I think you're a small dock, so we can only use small cargo vehicles. You carry 70. You carry 85 passengers. Ooh, you carry 130 and go faster. Okay, I need 2.5 million to replace both these vehicles. I haven't quite got that yet. That might be better than... Oh, I can replace... Which one are you? You're at the Yerevan port. I think I can replace you. That's good. And you? Can I replace you? Whoops. Yes, I can. Oh, that was sweet. Right, so you two are done. So hopefully you'll bring more stone over from that dock there. Yeah, we might be able to cope with the output from that quarry. Again, I'll need to keep an eye on that. And is our there's our train. It's coming up. Okay, so we'll just fast forward a month or so. Wait for the train to get up into position. And we'll see where we are from there. And then we'll wrap this episode up. I'll be back with you on the other side of a sexy video effect. Now, as it happens, we are now approaching the very end of 1919. We're about to hit 1920 and we have aircraft available. I've been waiting for that. However, the other thing that is going to happen here in 1920 is I'm going to complete... Well, not... Yes, I think I probably... Do I want to do it? I'm going to make another minor change to the economy of my island hub here. Now, you may remember, if we go into the actual settings for this game... Should we go into the settings for this game? Can I do it here? Advanced... no, I can't. I need to go out to load the game. Now, you may remember, if I resume this, that we started in hard mode, and so everything is reasonably costly to perform, but then again, I should make enough money, as I'm doing at the moment, to cope with that. And in 1910, I think it was, we added the additional demands to the town, so they can now have up to 4 demands per town. And I also enabled the option for new industries to arise. And what we're going to do from here, from 1920 onwards, is to enable the closure of industries. So that again will add to the economic pressure on my ability to maintain this transport network, which isn't looking terribly great from this particular new line, as we only have one brick being delivered all the way down from Dien Phu. But how profitable is it going to be? 14 grand, and it's taking one back. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, Dien Phu does still want brick, so that kind of makes sense. Ooh, and we have some coming in from the Fukushima combat plant going to Chengdu. So our train here, our new fast train, on its return journey now from an empty trip down to Chengdu, will pick up a number of bricks from the Ajaxpost MMX freight hub and bring them on down to Chengdu and hopefully make loads and loads of money. But we're going to see that in the next episode when I start enabling the closure of industries for this map, and we'll carry on from there. But what I will do is I will thank you very much indeed for joining me today for this episode of Transport Fever 2, the Island Hub series. If you've enjoyed this, it'll be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. You know, just click on the old thumbsy uppy button. Even better if you've got anything to say about what I'm doing with the game, or the game itself, or if you want to name a train or a station or an industry, then just drop a note into the comments box below. That would be awesome. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now, and that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever 2, until the next time, bye bye for now.